Testing, 1 2 1 2. Yo, what's going on? It's your boy Lil Matt, you know what I'm saying? And we back with another video, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, bro. And you might be wondering, like, what the fuck? Where the fuck is you at? I'm still in my room, bro, you know what I'm saying? But I'm trying something different because this is a new type of video. This is gonna be my first review on the channel because I told y'all I was gonna have a review out coming soon. The great part about being right here is you can see my collection grow over time because this is literally like a beginner's, bro. Like, this is a beginner's collection to me, at least. But that's not the point, bro. I'm really just gonna be reviewing whatever I feel like reviewing. Not just stuff that's coming out, but stuff that I haven't seen before. So stuff that I missed out on and I'm just not watching. First review, Soul Eater. You know what I'm saying? Man. I got a lot to say about Soul Eater. You know, it's a nice little 51 episode anime, bro. You know what I'm saying? So basically, let's get straight into the review. First thing I'm going to talk about is the plot / the story. Plot of Soul Eater is that this is basically a world in which there are people named Meisters and people named Weapons. And they basically go to a school for Meisters, basically. It's called the DWMA, Death, Weapon, and Meister Academy, you know what I'm saying? And so basically they are training up basically to train, like, so the Meisters are basically training their weapons to become Death's Scythe. And yes, Death is a character in the show. Yeah, like he's basically like the headmaster of the school, basically. And basically I want to elaborate more on the Meisters and weapons part. So basically there are people named Meisters and there are people named like they're just weapons, bro. So basically Meisters are people who just basically use weapons, and weapons, even though they are weapons, they are people too. So they are people who can transform into weapons, and the Meisters are the people who wield those weapons. So it's just basically about like this group of friends, or just people really friends at the end, by the end, spoiler alert. But yeah, so they basically are in the DWMA and they are trying to fight against Keishans, who are basically weapons and or Meisters who have eaten the soul of a human and have turned rogue, basically. Not all the stuff is gonna be accurate because this is basically first watch review. So this is like brand new. First reaction is my reaction to me just finishing it, because I just finished it like a couple minutes ago. The story in the plot is basically what I just explained. Basically about a person, a girl named Maka and her weapon Soul, and also with other main characters, Black Star, Tsubaki, Kid, Liz, and Patty, bruh. So it's basically all them. They're all trying to turn their weapons into death scythes. And basically what death scythes are basically scythes for death, for Lord Death, basically. And they do this by collecting 50 human souls and 1 witch soul. And how they like collect them is like they eat, you know, like they eat Keisha. So like the weapons, they like beat them, slice them up, and then they souls explode and they just grab them and eat that motherfucker. No cap, I ain't gonna lie, I low-key forgot about that because it's like it's meant, like, it is important to the story, but like this story isn't really about them becoming death scythes. It's just more, it's kind of like something for the world building and shit like that. But the actual story of Soul Eater, you know, I fuck with it, you know what I'm saying? And I did find out it was like, okay, so we're gonna make our own. And so basically, so I think 39 and up, 39 to 51, which is basically the middle to the ending of the series, are all anime only. And I heard mixed feelings about it. Me personally, based off first viewing, I fuck with it. Even it is some shit at the end that I will say, well, I can really say this for like the whole plot, so I'm just gonna incorporate it. The story is not perfect. I wouldn't say it's close to perfect either. I think the story is good, man, just good. I don't think it's nothing higher than good. I don't think it's great, and I don't think it's bad, and I don't think it's horrible, and I don't think it's a masterpiece, but I just feel like it's good, you know? I feel like it's not average, so like it's a little bit higher than average in the story department. So I feel like the story is good and it's enjoyable. The story aspect, 7 out of 10, you know what I'm saying? Good, enjoyable, but it doesn't strive to be a masterpiece, and that's okay. Next thing I'm gonna talk about is the music, which if I do everything right in editing, I will have one of the songs in the background the song's good. They actually might be great. Like when I'm watching or playing something, I'm not really the type to focus too much on the music, but if the music is good, I'm going to notice, and that shit's going to get me lit the fuck up. And the music was good. One more thing before I finish the music. The openings and endings, they're just good. I ain't gonna lie. I thought the openings and endings were just straight to me. I didn't really think like nothing more than good, great. Nah, that's really it. I just really think they're good. Especially, I really feel like there's only 2 openings and I think like what 5 or 6 endings. The endings are actually really good. I really fuck with the endings. Not all of them, but they did their part. The openings are straight. You know what I'm saying? So if we're talking about like the soundtrack, I'd give it an 8. If we're talking about the openings, 7. Yeah, I'm not really feeling that the higher than a 7. Next thing we talk about is setting and like the world of Soul Eater. Low key, I think the world of Soul Eater is low key kind of average. Like I was saying, the characters are great, and the best part of Soul Eater, the main characters are literally fucking, they're great, bro. They're really good. I'm not gonna say they're perfect, but they're really fucking great. It's really to the point where I don't even know who my favorite character is between just really any of them. Because I was at the beginning, I was saying that Kid was my favorite character because he got that shit on. He has that shit on. He make me wanna, next time Halloween come around, he make me wanna be that nigga for Halloween, bro. That's how clean that nigga is. But low key, the other 2 main characters, or the other 2 meisters and weapons too, like I really fuck with, even though I didn't remember their name. Kid, Patty, and Liz, bro, them niggas is, I fuck with all they dynamic. I don't really like the little Liz, little scared to go shit, because it's kind of annoying to me, but it's whatever. It's not that big of a deal to me. And Kid, even though he does have that little perfectionist thing, it's never been as annoying as Sanji with the women thing. So I wouldn't compare the 2, because I feel like it's really different levels to that shit. Yeah, nah, I still feel like Kid, great character design, great, like just action, like just all his action scenes are hard as fuck. He clean as fuck, and the way he hold that shit like this, he hold the stick like this, bro, that shit is clean. Next up, Maka and Soul, which is really kind of like the main characters, but it's whatever. See, like they're all main characters, but those are like the main focus of it. Soul and Maka, and them 2 are good as fuck. As expected, they are amazing. I fuck with their personality. Maka does kind of get like, I would say she's like the least favorite out of the 7. Maka, I would say out of all the meisters, at least she's my least favorite. I wouldn't say out of all the meisters and weapons, but out of all the meisters, she is my least favorite. But it's not, doesn't mean she's not good. She's still a character, A tier character to me, at least. And I feel like Maka does what she's supposed to in the story. She has that fucking swagger. I feel like her action scenes are high-key better than Kid's and Black Star's. But let's get into Black Star. Black Star and Tsubaki, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I can't pick, bro, because like his action scenes are cool too. Especially like literally the last fight he has against the samurai dude, I forgot his name. I can't forget his name. The one with the witch. His last scene against him, that nigga turned up. I'm like, damn, that nigga is like that. And every time he goes into the enchanted sword mode, it's just swaggy as fuck, bro. He just got that shit, bro. And Tsubaki is a good character too, but I don't feel like she is a great character. I feel like she's a good character. I feel like that it's kind of like that for all the weapons except for Soul. They are good characters, maybe even great, but I wouldn't give them. Now I say they're good characters. I wouldn't say they're great. I feel like Soul is a great character, but all the meisters are really kind of more focused on besides Soul, because Soul and Maka kind of share the same level, but all the other weapons, they kind of like give like less emphasis on them, especially Patty and Liz. Patty and Liz, I feel like has the most emphasis on them, besides like the episodes where it's just Kid, Patty, and Liz. But All the Meisters are great characters. Soul is a great character, and Tsubaki, Liz, and Patty are good characters. Now the side characters, and I'm going to include really just everybody else, like, you know, Lord Death, Stein, fucking the other Death Types, Justin. That nigga Justin sweet as well. I feel like all the side characters are just good too. There are some great ones. Like Stein is a fucking great character. I don't give a fuck. Stein, Lord Death, he's just kind of there. He's cool. In his two fight scenes against the main villain are fucking good as hell. And I like when that nigga, he changed up his voice. He go from that little silly ever to like that nigga get that little gruff in his voice, and that nigga start fighting for real. I fuck with that, bro. But I really feel like Stein is the best side character. Krona is cool, but like, and I ain't gonna lie, her episode where where Maka saved her, I'm not gonna lie, it kind of almost made me tear up a bit. Chill out, chillax, bro. But besides that episode, and like after right after they fight the chainsaw dude, I didn't really like. Krona was kind of just always straight to me after that, bro. It's like she was cool, but like she was never like really like elevated to like, oh yeah, I fuck with her. But Stein is really him for real. Now, I did the madness part, like I just think the whole madness subplot with all this nigga, like he's turning crazy, this nigga in the dream and shit, trying to get out, trying to escape the madness. I fuck with all of that. Stein is literally the best side character in Soul Eater. So everybody else gets like a B, high C, low B. Stein gets like a B plus, high B. Another part of the characters, let's talk about the villains. I feel like the villains are really just straight. I didn't really think much of the villains for real. The villains are kind of just straight to me. Because I was about to say, now Medusa in the earlier parts of the show, Medusa is fucking cold. I fuck with the way Medusa was doing shit, and all the scenes she had with Stein were cold as fuck to me in the early parts of the show. But I feel like after they it went anime only, I kind of liked her less. Like she just kind of got okay to me. But the beginning part of Medusa, when she was like kind of like the main focus, I fucked with her villain at that time. But she kind of like got less enjoyable. I don't know if that's really the word I want to use, but I just fucked with her character less and less as the time went on. And we obviously got Arachnid. I didn't really fuck with Arachnid like that. I thought she was a good villain, a okay villain. I feel like an average villain would suffice for her. She's just straight. She's really just a segue into Ashura, and Ashura is a good villain. I was about to say great, but I had to think he's good. I think character design wise, I feel like all the villains are amazing except for Medusa. Medusa's design is kind of straight to me, but Ashura's and Arachnids, they design are fucking great. Especially Ashura's design wise, bro. I feel like 90% of the characters in this show design wise are a fucking S, bro. These niggas got so much drip and style, bro. I'm like, damn, them niggas clean as hell. So yeah, so I give the characters of this show a A. So main characters A, side characters a B. We're gonna equal it out. We're gonna give side characters a B minus, with Stein being the only B plus. I'd say C plus for the villains. You know what I'm saying? But overall, I get it. Characters, if we going back to the number rating, which I should have stayed with characters, I give it overall a 8. So vibe and style, I kind of already went over it, but we gonna talk about it again, nigga. Vibe and style, they got that vibe, they got the style. Soul Eater damn near is like a A plus S for like just style of the show and vibe of the show. Amazing, bro. Great. A plus and 9 out of 10. And so last thing I have here is I'm going to talk about the ending. I'm probably gonna put like a spoiler warning if you don't want to get spoiled on Soul Eater. The way the show ends, or at least the anime ends, because I didn't read the manga yet. I'm planning on it, but I didn't read the manga yet. I think it has an okay ending. I didn't really think it ended nothing like spectacular. You know, we obviously got the whole showdown against Ashura, and everybody had their little just kid got his little 2000% death cannon, bro. That shit was clean as hell, bro. Oh my fucking god, bro. And then you got Black Star doing his last little shit against Ashura. Black Star was boxing at the end. I was like, damn, bro. I'm like, he really punched. He was doing that little jump around that shit, like boom, 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 boom. Shit, like, I was like, damn, he beat his ass, bro. And then the whole little shit with Soul and Maka, them niggas was going inside Soul's head because that nigga had let the black blood control him, really. And I was like, man, damn, this is really, really interesting, bro. But yeah, they had that little demon nigga. He did something surprisingly, like he did something like in Maka and what's name's fight, but he really Maka and Cronus fight, but like not for real. He kind of just like took over Maka, and that was like the only time he did anything like that. And he did it again over here, but this time like they kind of used like the power of love or friendship, whatever, to like prevent the black blood from taking over Soul. And then they went to go fight Ashura, and that nigga Ashura just kind of beat their ass. I forgot what the last move was called, but that shit was clean as fuck. And that shit didn't work, so Maka just told Ashura, was like, yeah, I'm about to use straight hands, motherfucker. But I feel like one thing they kind of skipped over a little bit was that Maka just she's a Meister, but has weapon blood in her. Like, they kind of skipped over that. Like, nigga, what you mean? Because she was fighting with hands, but she had the weapons. She's like, she could basically do what the weapons could do and like kind of turn half their body into the weapon and fight like that. I was like, nigga, what? Are you serious? They just gonna skip over that? Ashura's whole motivation was like basically like to plunge the whole world into madness, because basically saying we all have madness in us and it's okay to have madness because yada yada something. His motivation is kind of just straight. Same thing. That's why I really think he's all right. He got that shit on, but he's just all right. The ending, I give it a 7 out of 10. You know, Maka beat Ashura with the power of bravery, with straight hands, might I say, straight hands, beat that nigga. And I was like, okay, well. And then obviously they beat him. Obviously, whoop whoop. The world is saved from madness, but Kid is like, but the madness will never truly be over. It was just like, I forgot Maka did say, it was like, oh yeah, but it's okay because I forgot what she said. But yeah, nah, the ending, I get an ending like a cool little straight 7. You know what I'm saying? We're just gonna stick to it right now. I'll think about the review criteria later. This is just my first video, so I'm just giving it a try. So I equal out all the scores and it got a 75%. So we're just gonna stick to a C for right now. And yeah, so Soul Eater is a C show. At the end of that video, first watching a Soul Eater and my first review ever. So please excuse me if everything is a little shaky. I kind of just figured out how I'm gonna review shit right now, and I'm low-key probably gonna change it for the next episode. And if I do, I will update this review. I'm not gonna say I'm about to make a whole new video, but like in another video I will say if I change my review system what the review of this would be. I hope y'all enjoyed this video and this review. I'm trying something new out. I'm trying to build up my channel to be different things and not just me talking or not just gaming, just multiple things in general. So hope y'all support me in trying something new, and I hope you guys also in turn enjoyed this video. And if you guys did, please like, subscribe, comment, share the video, all that fun stuff and great stuff. And I will see y'all in the next video, whatever it is. I'm gonna see y'all then. Peace.